Time for the Inside Corner. Let's bring in our good friend JP Morosi. JP, Astros in Detroit taking on the Detroit Tigers. Justin Verlander traveled with the team. Where are we on his return to the mound?
Robert, good morning. Very, very close indeed for Justin Verlander. According to MLB.com, we could see Verlander back on the mound pitching against the Oakland Athletics this weekend. Of course, it was a calf strain that knocked him out. His most recent outing on August the 28th, rather. And so Verlander, again, expected to return within the week. We know, of course, the Cy Young Award is very much out there for him and available. It sounds as though, based on what Verlander said, according to MLB.com, is he has to get a little bit more pitcher's fielding practice in to make sure he can break off the mound and handle bunts and covering first base on that calf. So again, right now the trend lines are very encouraging for the Astros and Verlander. And as you referenced, Robert, the native of the Detroit area, Hunter Brown, starting in his hometown tonight. Just one more reason why the Astros seem to have about as much pitching depth as anyone in the American League and maybe all of baseball right now as they approach the postseason.
Wilmer Flores signing an extension with the San Francisco Giants. What does this deal say about the Giants and their plans for Flores moving forward?
Robert, they love the at-bats that Flores gives them. They love his defensive versatility as well. He's played a lot of second base, a lot of third base right now for the Giants this season, so he gets the multi-year extension. He has found a really nice niche for himself. Of course, it's not the old National League style of play, but he's still a great National League style of player because of his versatility, the way he moves around the diamond. The Giants have been a team, and last year was a pretty good example of this, that relied on a thorough, balanced lineup top to bottom. And at a time when the Giants, of course, there's no longer Buster Posey there. They've got key players like Belt and Crawford nearing the end of their contracts. They need some flexibility, some professional at-bats with the ability to move them around the diamond. Gabe Kapler is a huge Wilmer Flores fan. That's a key reason why he now has a multi-year extension there in San Francisco.
Obviously, the St. Louis Cardinals, JP, have stars up and down the lineup, but you want to focus on someone that might be a little bit below the radar, but still very important, Corey Dickerson.
He is, Robert. Corey Dickerson has come on, and you think about the trades the Cardinals have made during the course of the season. Harrison Bader was injured, then traded, and Dickerson has been huge in that new-look Cardinals outfield, playing almost every day in left field over the last month or so with a high level of productivity. He's always been a great bat-to-ball guy. He's been able to sort of tinker with his approach depending on how his body has felt and evolved over time. And check that out, the last 32 games batting close to 400. Wow. This is why, Robert, the Cardinals are a dangerous team. They've got O'Neill now back healthy, playing center field. Lars Nootbaar playing right. He also, I believe, has been a bit overlooked with the Cardinals. So you add up this team overall. You've got Tommy Edman, I think one of the best table setters in the game. 2 MVP candidates on the corner infield spots in Goldschmidt and Arenado. Albert being Albert right now, chasing 700. This is a team that's getting closer to that second seed right now in the National League. And I would say, guys, with all due respect to the other teams in the National League, the Cardinals, I think, have as good of a chance as anybody else to win the National League pennant based on how they're playing right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The Baltimore Orioles have been one of the best stories, JP, of 2022. Maybe they've fallen back a little bit here recently. But Grayson Rodriguez, one of their top prospects, is back at AAA. What are the chances that we could see this right-handed flamethrower at the big league level sometime soon?
You know, Robert, a really interesting question, because had Rodriguez not missed those 3 months with a lat strain, he would have already probably been in the major leagues, making an impact on the Orioles in this unexpected run towards a potential playoff berth. As you mentioned, maybe a bit of a stall of momentum here of late. But it looks as though with Rodriguez going to AAA this weekend, there are some scenarios in which he could end the season at the major league level. I would say it's probably unlikely based on what I've been told from sources here in the industry the last day or so, but the Orioles are very encouraged by what he's been able to do coming back up to the minor leagues after missing that time with the lat strain, and it is certainly an important marker for him to get back to the AAA level. You see there what he's able to do. Right now, he's not quite up to a full starter's workload in terms of his basis of innings at this late juncture, Robert, in the regular season. So I would say right now the odds are a little bit against him getting to the major leagues this month. However, I would point this out. By the way he's ending the season, with a lot of momentum towards 2023, you start to dream on this Orioles rotation all the more and say that what happened this year was not an aberration at all. They believe they're going to be a strong contender next season with the full season of Rutschman and a full season potentially of Grayson Rodriguez as well.
Future looking bright in Baltimore and the Oriole fans. JP, we appreciate the time. Thanks.